Okay. Hey everybody, Peter from Shoetopia. Sorry for those of you who are on Instagram. It took me a second there just to get the other camera rolling, but we're live again for another version of Lunchtime at Shoetopia. It's Saturday, it's raining, not super sandal weather, but it's a great day to talk Mephisto, and that's what we're going to do. So I don't know if you saw my little post this morning, but I had mentioned, I don't know what made me think of it this morning, but I was thinking about that 7-Up guy from maybe the 70s and 80s and the commercials. He was always in a white suit, often had a white hat on, sitting in Jamaica or wherever he was, and he always would always go, marvelous, for the 7-Up commercial. And I think, I said this earlier today, but it's like marvelous about Mephisto. And I just love my Mephistos. I have, I'll show you, I'll start off with the one that I wear a lot. And it's this one. It's called Zach. And it's a unisex one. So basically, I wear this as a slipper in the house. I wear it out and around. It's just a great everyday shoe. We'll talk a little bit about them, the other Zachs later, but this is my Mephisto. I literally had it on this morning as a slipper in the house. Just love Mephisto. I wear their shoes and some of their other products as well, like their shoes and sandals, but essentially we're going to get through a lot of sandals because it's sandal season this time. So much to talk about with Mephisto. So for those of you who don't already know, if you jump on our website, www.shoetopia.ca, we also have a discount code on there right now. And the discount code is called COVID-25. 25 stands for 25% off. So we've augmented from COVID-19 to COVID-25 to give you 25% off. So that will include today's Mephistos as well, and almost everything else on the website currently, except for Bluntstone and except for Birkenstock. So those two have certain pricing policies that we can't put them on discount. So, but for today's purpose and today's chat with Mephisto, we're going to be on sale at shoetopia.ca, and I will make sure you get them out. In fact, we just had Sheila, just before I got on, sent us an order for the Natty, which is a beautiful Mephisto that we'll talk about too. And Sheila, I've got your Mephisto right here. I'll make sure that it's literally in this stack that I brought up for the video, so I'll make sure that you get that one too. Thank you for your order. I appreciate it. And for everybody that's really supported us, Jeepers, we're coming up on almost 2 weeks now since we've been closed. Hey, Raz, how are you? And Judy, nice to see you. I'm seeing a few people come up on the screen, but I can't get to everybody. I'm here all on my own today, so we'll do my best to make sure that I answer any questions. So if you have any questions, just pop them, and hopefully I'll be able to see it pop up as I'm talking, and we'll be able to, hey, Michelle, we'll be able to answer those along the way with regards to Mephisto, or for that matter, almost anything else if you have any footwear questions as we go along here today. So Mephisto, a great brand, and many of you may have been to one of our Mephisto days here in Fergus and Mount Forest, or previously maybe if you're watching over in Waterloo, where we've always had the president of Mephisto join us for Mephisto Day. Typically, that's always been at the end of April, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that one this year. So I figured, you know what, let's just go through the products now. We'll talk about it all right now, and we'll have some fun with Mephisto. So what we're going to do is kind of roll through. So Michelle obviously is not here today, for those of you that know Michelle from Mephisto. And maybe what I'll do is I'll see if I can hook him up sometime as we're closed over the next couple of weeks to have a side-by-side chat on Mephisto, and I think we can do that with some of the technologies. Like everybody, we're learning technologies along the way, and I think there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do, and we'll probably start having some fun conversations, maybe between other reps and some different stuff, so we can get some industry knowledge, maybe have Laura on. You guys, I'm sure have seen Laura on some of our videos, or maybe met her here in store from Aligned Pedorthics. She's a great partner for our videos and that sort of thing too, so we'll probably hopefully link up there. Another thing is that we shared yesterday yesterday, Coriander's live broadcast, and I hope some of you had a chance to take a look at that. Coriander, Sarah is a good friend of mine. She has a store down in Guelph and 2 stores called Coriander up in Collingwood, and like all retailers, we're just trying to help each other out these days. So we shared it on our page, and I think she was going to share this live video on her page. So if there's any Coriander people out there today that are watching from the Coriander page, we really appreciate you joining in here today. So Mephisto, they're been a long-standing company, and I'll show you the one that most of our customers know. This is called Helen, and Helen is just a one that just continues to work for us every year, year in and year out. We've got all sorts of different colors, and I'll go through a few of them. Hey, Norm. Hi, Mark. Great to see you. Thanks for joining. We'll talk a little bit about some men's stuff too, okay, guys? But for the most part, I'm going to be honest, a lot of our Mephistos are women's. There are a few for the guys, kind of black and brown, right? But we do have a few, and I'll show you a couple in a bit. But this is called Helen, and Helen does so well year after year after year. You'll find, hey Sean, you'll find it just fits perfectly for most people. The nice thing for some of you that know Mephisto really well, the last couple of years it's been really hard to get what they call Helen Plus, which is a little bit wider last, a little bit wider footbed. So this year we've got some Helen Plus, and I'll show you some of the Helen Pluses that are coming up too. So for those of you that remember Helen Plus and Helda Plus, we've got some of the wider fitting Mephistos back after Michelle, who I talked to you about a little bit earlier, really went to bat for us, especially in Ontario. We just have always wanted the wider ones here. Our customers have always really requested them, and they've really sold well. So they don't really sell the wider fit anywhere else in the world. So he really went to bat for us this year, and I'll send a call out to him because our customers really like them. And so some of the Helens come in a normal width, most of them do, and then there's a few that come in wider width, which I'll show you too. But with the Mephisto footbed, I really like the Mephisto footbed. They kind of look like a few other brands that we have around, Birkenstocks, Vikings, some Naots and things like that. But the thing I like about the Mephistos is that they really have a really excellent blend of latex. They emulsify their cork. It's a little finer, and there's a little more latex right in the cork. Hi, Carol Ann and Lisa. Basically, it just makes it for a more cushioned ride and more cushioned comfort as you're walking. It molds to your foot, really super comfortable. All of the Mephistos, all of the uppers, always leather. So some of the other brands, you'll get man-made products and stuff like that. Mephisto never cheaps out on their uppers. They're always going to be leather, okay? There's an adjustability on this one too. And the nice thing about their actual outsole, the rubber portion here that's meeting the ground, this outsole, is that it's actually rubber. So some of the other brands, they're plastic. And as you know, rubber comes from a tree, or maybe you don't, but it comes from a tree, and it's really got more sponge and cushion to it. So you're getting a natural sort of comfort level when you're down there. So it's got a latex. Every one of these has a red latex, and I should have actually brought it, but there's a little sample of the red latex, and it's super comfortable. And then you've got the cork and latex, you've got the rubber sole, and all of the leather uppers. So that kind of gives you the lowdown of most of the shoes that I'm not going to spend too much time going through that on every particular shoe. I'm just going to show you the styles. But I did want to kind of go through the fact that you have a higher emulsification of latex and finer grind on the cork, a true rubber sole, all leather uppers. So that kind of gives you a couple of core things. Hey, Phil, Carol Ann, nice to see you. So that's the Helen. I'm gonna pull up all of the Helens. I'll show you some colors. If you want to see them, just go to shoetopia.ca. If you want to buy them, you can buy them there too. And then there's just apply at the end of your checkout purchase the COVID-25 code, and you'll get 25% off too. So with regards to the other Helens, I mean, of course, we have the black and the brown Helens as we do every year. This was your black one, okay? And this one's a nice color too. It's kind of a blush color, all right? And you'll see that one on the website too, all right? I think one of the most popular ones this year is going to be this one. And it's really outstanding. Anytime Mephisto does some fancy, they just, I mean, do beautiful. We had one a couple of years ago that sort of looked like this as well, but it's gold. It's not silver. In case you can't see the the actual up close on the phones and your screens, but basically it's a black and gold with a gold buckle. So I think this is probably going to be our best seller. Hey Daryl, hi Melissa. I think it's really going to be our best seller this year. Always, typically that style's our best seller, and I think that color is outstanding this year. We have the wides, so I'll talk a little bit about the wides here too. So the wides this year, or Mephisto, Helen Plus is what the Mephisto calls them, right? So we have the scratch brown, we have this really nice navy blue with a little bit of a sheen to it. And so that one's just a nice blue in the Helen Plus this year that I think is a nice add, because the last couple of years that we've able to get Helen Plus, it's really just been a black story. So we've got brown back, we've got blue back, and we've got a nice pattern too that I'm going to grab here. So this one's called the Helen Plus Multicolor. So this one again is on the wider last as well, okay? So super nice here, really liking that multi. Nice sort of off-white multi with a mosaic in it, so kind of fun. There's a few new pieces this year on it. So Mephisto, just so you know too, if you're ever coming in the store and you've maybe worn the Helen before, or Hulita, or anything that starts with an H is on the same footbed, except for the Helen Plus. The Plus one's a different footbed, but anything that starts with an H, so Halissa, Hulita, Hanel, any of these ones, if you're looking online, they all are on that Helen footbed too. So if you're looking online and you like a different style and it starts with an H, it's going to feel the same. So that's something you should know with Mephisto. The new ones this year, a couple of new pieces, they're on the N last. And so that we've got Nalia and we've got Natty. And Natty's the one that Sheila picked up earlier today. But I'm just going to show you a couple of those. So this is Natty. And Natty's super nice. So Natty's $184.99 minus your 25% today. So again, we've got the patent leather here. We've got just a really nice different combination of all of your leather straps there. So it's a little more refined. So the Natty, I would say it's for a little bit more of a medium fit or even a narrower fit for Mephisto, but a beautiful shoe. It's not quite as bulky through the actual footbed. It's cored out a little bit more, so not as much cork in this particular footbed, but it's got still that really nice latex cushion. All right. So on that same footbed, we've got this one too, and this one's Nalia. So Nalia kind of looks a little bit similar to some other ones that we have here from Birkenstock, and we've had in the past from Mephisto too, but a really nice white silver combination with a white outsole. So that's Nalia, in case you're looking there too. I've got another Natty, and this other Natty is the same one as the first N that I showed you, but again, you've got all four colors of the strap, sort of a blush, a taupey color, a silver, and a blue. So a really nice combination. And this outsole is sort of an off-white. It's not a pure white like the other one. Almondy, so really quite a nice little colorway. Mephisto really blends their colors of their leathers so well. Every year we're always kind of anxious to see what's new and what's exciting with Mephisto. So I'm happy to share this stuff with you guys today. I'm excited. It's it's kind of weird being here in the store, and I mentioned this before on a few other ones. Hey Jamie, how are you? It's a long time no see. It's really kind of weird being here in the store with nobody here on a Saturday, but I'm so happy that so many of you have been able to join us for our video series. For those of you that maybe are on Instagram or on Facebook right now. We also are getting these going on YouTube too. If you know anybody else that doesn't have, because we've had a lot of people ask us about, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Instagram. So we're getting them rolling on YouTube. Hopefully the next one will be live on YouTube, but at least on our YouTube channel, we're going to have the reruns. So this is Hulita. Back to the H last again. So Hulita always, again, we've had this sandal for a couple of years, but a nice colorway here with Hulita. It's a slip-in, no toe thong for those that don't like toe thongs, but a nice little leopard print, silver. It's just, again, they just do such a nice job with their leathers. So that's Hulita. Hi, Megan. Hi, Nancy. I like the light color. Oh yeah, I like the light color outsole too, Nancy. Yeah, it's just nice not to have everything with a black outsole. So we have a few peppered in here. So that's Hulita. Also on the H last, we have Hanel, and you guys may have seen Hanel before. It's a great one again, an easy slide for those that don't like the toe post. And we have that in what they call black scratch, which is sort of a dull black leather. And we also have the brown scratch as well. All right, and we've got, let's see, we've got a couple of other people. Is all of our stock online? Not everything is online, but most of our stuff is online. So you can hop on there. If there's anything you don't see on our web store that I might be highlighting here, just send me a message to peter@shoetopia.ca or DM me here on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will make sure that we get in touch and I can get you whatever I'm showing for sure. Okay, happy to do that. And our web store is pretty up to date, but not always completely up to date. So those were Hulita and Hanel, and then we've also got some other ones here called Harmony, and Harmony is also a slide-in. So with Harmony, we have that nice mosaic color again too that we saw on the Helen Plus this year. So again, if you're just looking for a nice mosaic, again, we've got the lighter sole unit here too. Hey Cheryl, long time no see. Hi Debbie, going to order the black. Well, thanks so much, appreciate that. Jord, good to see you, bud. So that's Harmony. We've got some other Harmonies too. So this is a new Harmony that's nice. This one actually is Helda, sorry, another H. Now this one is on the wider fit, Helda. So really liking that pattern as well this year. Okay, so that's Helda if you're looking at the website too. Back to Harmony here with just your regular. So Helda and Harmony, basically Helda is the wider version of Harmony, if you're wondering how that works. So you can see it's just a little bit wider in the heel cup and a little bit wider in the toe area too. So that's really the different. Thanks so much, Linda. We do always try to bring in some great selections of Mephisto, and that's why when you can't come to the store, at least I could do is bring the store to you, into your home, onto your phones. And thanks for letting me come in. So some more Harmonies. We've got a really nice mint green this year on Harmony. We've also got sort of a gold, shimmery gold here too on Harmony. And like always, we will have Gray Etna, and Gray Etna continues to be one of our best colors in any of the products from Mephisto. Gray Etna, it just kind of has a brown undertone, goes really well with black. It's kind of a platinum color, but essentially for those that don't want solid black or those that don't want a silver, it's just a wonderful in-between color and really does well for us year after year. I want to get into some of the Zacks. I kind of started off a little bit with Zack just because I was excited to tell you which one I wear. But Zack again is it's a beefier sandal. Okay, it's got a roller to it. So this one basically does the work for you. It's got a heavier sole to it. It's a heavier sandal, but the support in this sandal is one of those, we talk about at Shoetopia, we look great and feel fantastic. That's our motto. But we talk about the fact that there's an ooh factor to something that really feels good. And I think ooh is a universal language. It's kind of like anybody, if you speak French or if you speak Chinese or if you speak Italian and you kind of go, oh, or ooh, that's a universal language for it feels good. And this one feels good, and that's why I was kind of excited to talk about it. It's, again, a little beefier looking sandal. We have it in a bunch of different colors, but if you're looking for support, this is the supportive sandal from Mephisto. And so many of our customers wear this as a slipper in the house, as just their everyday sandal for going out for a walk in the summer and all that kind of stuff. Comes in, small sizes right through to guy sizes. It's unisex. And then we have the colors, and the colors, well, predominantly we're stocking, of course, colors in the women's sizes because there's not a lot of guys that want the red scratch. But I'll tell you, in this sandal, if you love this sandal, the people that want this sandal do want a little bit of zip, the ladies. So we've got red scratch. Now, we had red scratch probably 2 or 3 years ago, and they brought it back this year. I'm really glad because it's been asked for since then, and we're kind of only limited to whatever we can get. One of the new color ups is that same gold. Really liking this gold one too, with the gold buckles. So I think that one's going to do well this year for us on Zach. And again, this pattern that we saw earlier, this is one of their nicest new patterns. It's a black silver sort of look. Hey, Deb, nice to see you. And Chris, great to see everybody. And thanks so much for joining us. So yeah, that's going to be a really nice one too for Zach. Again, Zach's a little heavier sandal, but if you're looking for the support, that's your sandal. So I've kind of gone through a few things about Mephisto, and I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do want to take a little bit more of your time because I think there's a couple more things that I wanted to talk about. If anybody has any other questions on Mephisto and I didn't get to them today, I'll make sure to watch this and I can answer it on my next live for you too, or I'll just get back to you personally. A couple of things. One is that we've been doing, and I did 2 already this morning before we came in here, private videos for people when they're asking me questions and stuff. What do I need? I did one for a lady who took a Saucony this morning that she needed a wider Saucony, and I was able to do a private video for her on suggesting a couple of shoes. I've done a couple of other ones too for a variety of different questions. And what I'll do there is I just roll around our website, or I'll roll around the store with my video camera and just point at different stuff and talk about whatever it is that you're interested in doing, just as a little personal shopping. And sometimes, that's why people come to Shoetopia, because they want a professional opinion. And so I'm always here to give professional opinion, always happy to do that for you. And I can do that virtually now because that's really the only way we can do that. A couple of things too. I wanted to show you a few umbrellas, and we don't have the umbrellas on the website, but if you do want one of these umbrellas, which I find are kind of cool, and based on the fact that it's kind of rainy out and nasty out, I thought it was timely. We, for lovers of Anushka, we have a couple of Anushka umbrellas this year, which are, Anushkas are typically hand painted, beautiful leather handbags that we stock here, and they just do such a nice job with some of their patterns. So this was one of the ones that just came in before we closed. Nice little size, easy pop down. So this one runs for $44.99, which would also be on 25% discount now. I've only got one of those. So if you do want that, let me know. And the first person who says they want it, I'll hook it up with you. I'll get a hold of you, and I'll just, on this one, I'll need to take your credit card information over the phone because I don't have it on the website. I've got another Anushka umbrella here too, which is the leopard print. And it's been a really cool one, and we've got a lot of their bags in with this print this year too, so it's a fun umbrella too. So, and I also have some other umbrellas that I'm just going to pop and show you. I'll just show you the colors because they're basically all the same. This one, I pulled out the purple just so you can see how big it is. This one's a little bigger. So these ones that we have are $19 and $19.99, so $20. So they'd go down to $15. So if you want, and I have only one of each of these colors too. So I've got purple, and then I also have a really nice, red. I've got gray, and I've got a fuchsia color, and I also have the navy. So if you do want any of those, just let me know and we'll hook up. But those are some umbrellas for this time of year that normally we'd have out and about, but I don't even have them on the website because I really only have one of each. But if there's something that you want, then just send me a message and we'll make sure that we can roll those out to you. A couple of other questions. Somebody had brought up a question about their birthday gift certificate. So for those of you who are on our email list, we usually send out a birthday gift certificate or something like that for your birthday because we like to celebrate. And they have a deadline. And those deadlines, if you got your one in March, is the end of March. Don't worry about it. We will make sure that we honor all birthday certificates this year after we reopen, so you can hold on to it, not a problem. Any of the certificates that you've got through any of our fundraising stuff that we do or any of those things, don't worry, you'll still be able to use it as we get back and the lights switch back on and staff's here to serve you. So you can't use them on the web store. It's just a complicated process. But basically, feel confident that you'll be able to use it when we reopen here at Shoetopia in either this store or in Mount Forest. No problem at all. All right. So that was a question that was just brought up that I wanted to address here today too. So I want to kind of wrap up here shortly so that I don't take too much of your time and let you know that we're going to be back on Tuesday, Thursday, and again next Saturday. So we've tried doing it every day for a while, and I took yesterday off, but we're going to go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for our lives, and we'll have a little bit of fun. I'll let you know upcoming what the shows are going to be on this week. Hopefully we'll be able to arrange to have a couple of guests on next week, which I'm looking forward to doing. Hey, Melissa, thanks. Oh, do you want the peacock umbrella, Deb? If you do, I can hook that up for you. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. And a big thank you for everybody that's supported us so far. It's, we're all going through this together. We're doing what we can to plow through all of the stuff that's going on with COVID-19 right now, with our families, with our friends, with our communities. I'm so happy and so grateful that everybody here that's watching the video is part of the Shoetopia community and part of our communities around where our stores are. So very grateful for that. Very grateful for still having our health, and hopefully everybody out there still does too. My wishes are with you all, and I just want to say a quick thank you too for people that sent in orders this morning. Michael, I'll drop your ons off after this podcast. Nadia, I'm going to come down to Guelph and drop your pair of slippers off for you as well. Agnes, I'll get your sock knee to you as well. So, and Sheila, I didn't even have a chance to see where you live, Sheila, but I'll either get them out today or I'll drop them off today too. All right. So those were just the orders that came in this morning while I was setting up, and I greatly appreciate it. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Stay healthy, and we'll talk soon on Tuesday. Bye for now.